5 defense attorneys started yelling at me all at once during a doctor's pre-trial deposition. You want to know what they said and what I said in response that made them all be quiet? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. Now, this was pre-trial testimony. It was a question and answer session being done in one of the defense lawyer's office. It was a medical malpractice case. And now I had an opportunity to question the doctor whom my client had sued. And now there were multiple defendants in this case, which means my client sued not only one doctor, but there were multiple doctors and a number of hospitals. And there was one attorney for each of the people that she sued. Now, you've got 5 defense attorneys in a room, you've got the doctor who's being sued, you have me, and you have a court reporter to record all of my questions and all of the doctor's answers. Now, during the middle of questioning, I ask a question of this doctor. All of a sudden, the entire room bursts and explodes. Objection, objection, objection. You can't do that. You can't ask that question. They all start screaming and yelling. And I'm just sitting back, laughing in my own mind, wondering why they're objecting. So I turned to one of the attorneys. I said, "What's your objection?" And he says, "I object to the form of your question." I say to attorney number 2, "What's your objection?" "Oh, I don't have to tell you that." I ask attorney number 3, "What's your objection?" "That's irrelevant. You can't ask that question." I ask attorney number 4. He gives me some other cockamamie excuse. And now I ask the attorney who's representing the doctor whom I'm questioning, "What's your objection?" "I don't like the way you phrase that question." "Okay, no problem. I'll rephrase it." And now I asked the question a different way, and everybody was silent. Now, why did that occur? It occurred because all of these attorneys got all worried about the way I asked the question. And in particular, this question had to do with the doctor's opinions and conclusions. "Doctor, I want you to assume the following facts to be true. Assuming those facts to be true, would you agree that failing to do A, B, and C would be a violation from the basic standards of medical care?" "Objection, objection, objection to form, objection." All these attorneys got all uptight and all upset. And so what did I do? I simply rephrased the question. And you will find that the best attorneys in New York who handle these medical malpractice cases, they are able to rephrase a question not just 5 different ways, not 10 different ways, 20 different ways at least. Why? Because that's what an attorney does. So if one of the defense lawyers says, "You know what, the way you asked the question is not appropriate," rather than arguing with the attorney, the better practice is, "No problem, I'll ask it a different way. And if you don't like it again, I'll ask it a different way and a different way." Because you should know, there's no judge present during this pretrial question and answer session. There's no jury present. So now if there's a dispute about the questions that I'm asking or the way it's being asked, and we can't resolve the dispute right then and there, now we have no choice but to call the court to see if the judge is available to try and help us through this particular issue. But rather than get into all those fights, instead, I'll just rephrase the question. And that's what I did to shut these attorneys up, and now they had no further objection to the question I was asking. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I understand you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need answers, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.